when I was a kid, my grandpa used it to tell me that every professional should be a sales professional. He even told me a story of his very good friend called Antonio, which we call Tonho in Brazil. Right? So Tonho had a horse, and he wanted to sell his horse. And he said, Americo was the name of my grandpa. He said, Americo, I want to sell this horse. Would you like it? And my grandpa said, I don't have any usage for it. How much are you asking for the horse? And he said, the butcher offered me 100 reais. It's Brazilian money. To make sausage with it. I don't know. Do you think we can get a better deal? And Grandpa said, I think I can help you. Please, meet me with this horse tomorrow in what would be the Praça de Comércio, like here in their town, so in the main place. And bring this horse, but clean the horse properly, wash it, brush it, make it look good, and bring it, and let's see what we can get for you. So in the next day, they were in the defined place, and my grandpa started offering the horse. Let me see, check. Yeah, here we are. So he started talking to the people who are walking around. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you this beautiful animal that you can see behind me. You can see by the size and the shape of the horse that this is not a regular horse. This is an Arabic horse that came from the lineage of the greatest Sultan horses. This horse walks so smoothly. When you're riding this horse, you feel like if you are in the carpet of Aladdin, as smooth as this is. And you can see how tender this horse is. This horse could be ridden by a kid or an older person. It's so smart and have been trained for so many years. It can take you home if you're drunk, right? And this horse, this special horse, can be yours today because my good friend Tonho is selling the horse, and he's open to give the horse who pays the highest price, starting by 500 reais. And a guy in the corner just said, I pay 500. Another one said, I pay 600, 700, 800. A guy in the back said, I pay 1,000 reais. And Grandpa was animated with that. And Tonho called him aside and said, hey, Americo, come here. And what, Tonho? I guess I don't want to sell the horse anymore. But Tonho, yesterday, you wanted to sell this horse to the butcher for 100 reais. And now there's someone paying you 1,000 reais. What changed from yesterday to today? He said, but yesterday I didn't know the horse features. So Grandpa used to say that everyone should be a salesperson because everyone is selling something. Even if you're not selling a horse or a product, you are maybe selling yourself, you are maybe selling a service, you may be selling ideas, you may be selling change, right, in organization. So we are always trying to sell something, trying to convince, because selling is influencing. Selling is leading someone to one direction. I used to tell my kids a different suggestion. Instead of saying then that every professional should be a sales professional, I say that every professional should be a business analysis professional. Because if you are leading someone, you have a responsibility to lead to the right place, right? It's not just about leading and influencing people, but it's about understanding the context that you are in, understanding who are the stakeholders and what are their needs, what's valuable for those stakeholders, evaluating different alternatives about what's the most valuable solution for a problem, and then leading to change, right? And business analysis is about leading change. I want to tell another story about how important business analysis is for any professional, even for managers. The story of two managers. One is not a business analyst and the other one is, but I need two volunteers to help me telling this story, a man and a woman. May I have someone from the audience?
Come on, who can it be? One woman, ready?
Huh?
Anyone? Anyone ready?
It won't hurt.
3, 5 seconds, come on, who will it be? Ready? If not, Suzanne?
Here
we've got
we
one
have a
man.
man.
Thank
Yes,
you very much.
you. And I need a woman.
One woman.
Yes, perfect, perfect. Come on to the stage, please. Nice to meet you. You are? Paul, yes. Do I have a microphone? Oh, thank you. Paul and? Clementine. Oh, nice. Come on over here. So, Paul and Clementine. Hi. I don't need that. Right. I'm going to tell a story of two managers. One of them is a business analyst, and the other is not. Right. And they both work in a company called XYZ Corporations. Yeah, very creative. Yeah. An industrial engineering manufacturer. And now you're not Paul anymore. You will be Antenor. Yes. And you will be Ana Lydia. All right? So Antenor is, and the idea is like you can react when there's an opportunity, like if you're not Paul, but Antenor and Ana Lydia, right? So Antenor is an experienced manager known for his commitment to his department goals. He is strict about following processes and believes that following what's established is the key to success. This becomes very clear when he repeats his motto, which is...
get the work done quick, but do it right.
Perfect, huh? Right? Huh. Ana Lydia is another kind of manager. She works at the same company, but has a different approach. She always wants to understand the bigger picture before making decisions. She is known for promoting a collaborative and creative environment. When opening a meeting, she always starts by saying,
let's zoom out, but do it together.
Wow, very good, Ana Lydia. In recent months, XYZ Corporation has been facing a significant challenge. The demand for its engines has fallen dramatically. As you can see by their expressions, Antenor got scared. Perfect. Ana Lydia became curious. Right? To adapt to this new scenario, the executives decide to reduce costs. Antenor gets ready to send some employees away.
We'll get rid of the people that just aren't performing.
Perfect. Ana Lydia is not sure the cost reduction is the most appropriate response to face this challenge. She decides to investigate the reasons behind the drop in demand.
But have we zoomed out?
Consulting no one else, Antenor immediately implements a series of cost cuts in his department, reducing personnel and changing suppliers. Making a scissor sign with his hands, he says,
We're getting rid of the fat.
Perfect. On the contrary, Ana Lydia organizes a series of workshops with various stakeholders from different departments. To understand the reasons for the market change, she applies business analysis techniques, such as
joint problem-solving brainstorming?
Good. Let's help her with some other techniques of business analysis she could be using there. 5 whys, good. Journey map, like that one. What else? Fishbone diagram, nice. SWOT analysis, perfect. So there are several techniques that she used to understand what was going on. So the outcomes of Antenor's approach began to appear quickly. Operating costs fall, but problems soon arise. The cuts and changes caused failures in product quality, delays in delivery, and low morale among employees. A little embarrassed, he apologizes.
I'm sorry for everyone for cutting so much fat.
On the other hand, Ana Lydia understood that the market is looking for engines with lower consumption and that pollute less. She convinced the board to invest and adapt her production line for electric motors. With this, she repositioned XYZ Corporation in the market, creating new added value with greater margin of return. Modest, she shares the merits of her success with her team by saying,
I'm glad we can drive the green revolution together.
Reflecting on the results, Antenor realized that he needs to change. hand in hand with Ana Lydia, he decides to learn more about business analysis, recognizing that there is always room to grow and adapt. A round of applause. Thank you guys very much. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. As you can see, Ana Lydia had a different approach to solving problems, to understand what was going on. She was what we call at IIBA, she was trying to sense and respond to change quick and fastly. That's what we call Nimble. Nimble is the scalable capability for organizations to sense and respond to change with speed and precision. Someone could look for that definition and say, oh, isn't that Agile, right? Maybe it is, right? But when we think about Agile, this is a quote from a study that IIBA did. Some are very disciplined with Agile, but get lost in the methodologies. Where you get in the most trouble in Agile is when people are doing Agile without being Agile. Have you heard about that before? Yeah, someone is doing Agile, but it's not being Agile. And isn't that confusing, kind of? Because Agile is used as two different meanings. So to understand it better, we prefer to use the term Agile and Nimble. When we are talking about Nimble, we are talking about quick to comprehend. And we are talking about Agile, we are talking about change direction quickly. So Agile is a way of working that helps you to change direction quickly. Nimble is the ability to think fast and understand what's happening around and take the best decisions. When I think it's more clear for me when we put this in a matrix. Like there are some companies that are, oh, that is cool. I can ask, is your company nimble from 0 to 100%? Some are more, some are less. Does the company work in an agile way? And when I ask you like this, does the company work in an agile way? I'm usually talking about methods, frameworks. Do you have a backlog? Are you using Scrum, Kanban? Do you have Post-its on the wall or something like that? Are you following some ways of working? Some companies are following those ways of working but are not nimble. And you probably know some companies that are not following exactly what we call agile practice, but they are nimble in their own way. So I like to separate those two concepts. It helps us. And what I understand that organizations really want is to be nimble, right? They really want to sense and respond to change fast and precisely. But the question is how to become nimble. I see that we are living right now in the world of thought leaders, speakers, authors, people who are developing ideas and sharing a war, what I call the method versus mindset war, right? To become nimble, we need to develop, some people say, appropriate processes to structure the work. If you want your organization to be nimble, follow these processes, because that's how organizations are built, around process. And some others are saying, we need to develop a shared set of values and behaviors to drive decision-making. You need to develop a mindset. If you are not aware about this war before, you are right now, and you are participating on that. I will cross a line here. So right here, can you see this line? Right? From this side to left, you're going to be playing for the mindset team, right? So you are in the war right now. I just put on you there, right? So you're part of the war, and you're on the mindset team. From this point to this side, you are on the methods team, and you are on the war. Please stand. Right? So let's stand. Everyone, please. So, if you are on the methods war, you have your motto, or I don't know, some scream to give you power. I'm going to say hip, hip, and you say hard skills. Okay? Hip, hip. Hard skills. You got it, right? Hip, hip. I think you guys can do better. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make you fight, and let's see who will survive. Right? Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Right, I'll count 2, 3, and when I find a 3, you fight, and let's see who survives. 3, 2, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're not going to fight. Please sit down. The war is not real. This is not a real war. It sounds like real, but I would say that the method versus mindset war is a fallacy. What does a fallacy mean? False. It's false. It's false. Because we need both, right? We need the mindset, and we also need the methods. We need both things. When we are talking about methods, we need shared values, the mindset, that must drive a viable and context-driven way of work to become nimble. It's not just about following any process. You have to decide what's the best practice for your specific situation, for your specific context. And you can just figure out what's the best one if you have the right mindset. But it's hard to develop the right mindset. So if you have a method that keeps you like doing small iterations and tests and validations, that become a repeated behavior. And repeated behaviors become natural and enforces the mindset as a corporate culture. So if you start by using a method, you kind of develop a mindset, and your mindset makes you smarter, and then you can adjust your method and make it better, and so your mindset will be stronger. It's like riding a bike, right? So you have left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, and that's what we need. We need both. We need methods and the mindset. So my call to action for you today is become nimble. That's what your organization needs. Develop business analysis as a mindset. Use business analysis practice to develop this way of thinking and be fast enough to learn and adapt. And define viable and context-driven ways of working. If you don't know how to do business analysis, or this is a new term for you or something that is new, I know people from last year that was here learned how to do business analysis in just 3 steps. And I know a lot of people are not here last year. Who is coming here for the first time? Yeah. That's great. That's great. That's great. So I have to teach you a little bit about business analysis in just 3 steps. And my friend Susan Moore created these dance moves that teach you business analysis in just 3 steps. And I thought that Stuart and Chad could join me in the stage to teach people how to do business analysis in 3 steps. Would you? Why not, right? So, and
Not, but we will do it.
come on here, right? So, you will also have to dance these as well. So, please, everyone stand. And now you're not fighting, but we are moving together because business analysis is a collaborative game, right? So, if you want to do business analysis, the first move, you have to understand the current state. And the current state is this move. So you understand a specific point in time. Yes, point down.
Current state.
Yeah, current state. And you change your hands like, what's your current processes? What's your current business rules, right? What's your current state? What's your data? How your KPIs are? Okay, that's the first move. Once you understand your current state, you try to define your future state. And your future state is somewhere in the future. It's not exactly a single point. It's somewhere that you are trying to understand and create a vision that shows people where to go. Okay? Perfect. When you have the second move, the third move is trying to fill this gap between the current state and the future state. And there are different paths to go to the future state, so you can use different routes to get there. It's better with music.
Oh.
All right. So, everybody together, current state. Well done. What's your business rules? What's your processes? That's perfect. So, now we go for the future state. And what are our goals? Where do we want to be? What's our strategy? My company has a vision. That's perfect. And now I must fill the gap. Yes, and the gap has different alternatives. Right? Again. Current state. Future state. And the gap. Perfect. You can learn how to do many things by dancing. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Jeff.
Give y'all a hand.